Have you ever wondered what the ethics of cannibalism are? Perhaps the lost art of assassinations? Well, now you don't have to. I figured it all out. There's a collection of 6 essays, 2 video essays, along with the ability to help me write my upcoming video essays. Join my Patreon, link in bio.
Hi, I'm Sick, and I am going to explain my political beliefs in 3 tiers. The simplest tier is very simple. It literally just means that instead of pursuing our individual interests, we should pursue the interest of society as a whole. The second tier is something that I got out of the book Women's Liberation and the African Struggle by Thomas Sankara. It is such an incredible book, and I think every single person on earth ever should read it. Uske andar there is a paragraph which says कि इंसान अपनी फितरत का गुलाम नहीं है. Throughout human history, we have had so many different ways of organizing society. There were egalitarian communities, there were masters and slaves, there was kings and workers, there are capitalists and proletariats, there have been worker co-ops. तो इंसानियत ने अपने आप को बहुत different तरीकों में organize किया हुआ है. तो इंसान एक कोई naturalistic system का गुलाम नहीं है. Humanity has the power to evolve. My political ideology can be boiled down to the simple fact that we can do better. We needed capitalism to break from feudalism. We can do better than capitalism. इंसानियत ये सलाहियत रखती है कि हम बेहतर कर सकें. That is the second tier. That is all you need to know. अब हम आते हैं to a more complex explanation. इसके लिए हमें जाना पड़ेगा human history पे. तो सबसे शुरू में there were egalitarian societies. इंसान बहुत छोटे छोटे groups के अंदर divided रहते थे. और egalitarian का मतलब होता है equal. That means कि there was not, compared to at least आज, there was not a lot of race difference. There was not even a lot of gender difference. In fact, pre-private property, Neolithic era के अंदर जो communities और human societies develop होती थी, they were not all patriarchal. A lot of them were matriarchal. A lot of them were maternal. एक बच्चे का जो lineage चलता था, वो माँ से चलता था, because biologically sense यही बनाता है. Biologically lineage आपका आपके बाप से चलना sense नहीं बनाता. क्योंकि a man can have like 40 children in a year, but a woman can only have 1. And जो आपको surety होती है कि ये बच्चा किसका है, वो माँ से ही होती है. बाप कोई भी हो सकता है. The only accurate way to track someone's lineage is through their mother. But it is a result of patriarchy, and that patriarchy is a result of material conditions. It is a result of the need to own things. प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी को ओन करना और उसको अपने बेटों से इनहेरिट करवाना इज द रीजन दैट लेनिन सजेस्ट्स इन हिज ओरिजिन ऑफ फैमिलीज कि हमने लिनिएज को और इनहेरिटेंस को paternally या बाप से शुरू कराना शुरू किया. And then you have all of these institutions of religion and culture and virtue and modesty and polyamory for the man but monogamy for the women. इसी चीज से ये सब और चीजें स्टेम करती हैं. Regardless, शुरू में we worked, we did the labor for what we needed. छोटी छोटी communities में मुझे अपने लिए जो चाहिए होता था, मुझे अपने लिए जो अनाज, चावल, रोटी, शेल्टर चाहिए होता था, मैं उसके लिए काम करती थी, बनाती थी और सब खुश बैठ के खाते थे और ये एक साइकिल रिपीट होता रहता था. Very small, very cutesy, very girly bomb. तो essentially I worked for what I got. My labor resulted in what I got. Then something very interesting happened, which was the division of labor. हमने कहना शुरू किया कि अच्छा चलो ये बंदा है जो कुर्सी ज्यादा अच्छी बना सकता है तो ये कुर्सियां बनाएगा. ये बंदा है जो लैडर अच्छी बना सकता है तो ये लैडर बनाएगा. ये बंदा है जो अनाज ज्यादा अच्छा उगा सकता है तो ये अनाज उगाएगा. ये बंदा है जो नान अच्छी लगा सकता है तो ये नान लगाएगा. पहले households, every single household was pretty self-sufficient. And then we started with the division of labor. Specialized interests, specialized careers. इस specialization से एक और मसला उठा ह्यूमन सोसाइटी के अंदर, which is के डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कैसे होगी. तो अब एक बंदा बहुत सारी ब्रेड बना रहा है और एक बंदा चावल उगा रहा है और एक बंदा कुर्सियां बना रहा है और एक बंदा लोगों के लिए घर बना रहा है और एक बंदा कपड़े बना रहा है. तो ये चीजें डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किस तरह होंगी. और हमने थ्रू आउट ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री बहुत सारे डिफरेंट तरीके अपनाए हैं इसकी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन के लिए. वन ऑफ देम वाज आपकी ट्राइब का लीडर, आपके elders. People used to come together for harvest festivals. Every single community that has evolved had a festival for the harvest, had a festival which was essentially a very big dawat, where people would bring all of their harvest and there would be a distribution and there would be a celebration of spring. So you had different ways of distribution. आपका एक barter system होता था, which wasn't एग्जैक्टली बार्टर सिस्टम कि मैं तुम्हें 3 मुर्गियां दूंगा तो तुम मुझे 5 किलो चावल दोगे, ऐसा नहीं होता था। ह्यूमन कम्युनिटीज, क्योंकि कम्युनिटीज होती थी तो आप एक क्रेडिट सिस्टम पे चलते थे, जैसे आप अपनी फैमिली के अंदर एक क्रेडिट सिस्टम पर चलते हो, इन द सेंस के आपके माँ बाप आपको रेज करते हैं, अब आप बड़े होके आप उनको पे तो नहीं करते, बड़े होके you take care of them like they took care of you. There is a sort of mutual exchange. There is a credit value there. There is a debt. You owe them this, right? You owe them कि you take care of them because they took care of you. इसी तरह even in small communities you live like that. कोई अगर आपका नेबर अगर आपकी मदद कर देता था, आपको खाना पानी दे देता था, तो you owed it to them कि अगर अब वो नेबर जाके अपनी बकरियों के लिए एक बार्न बना रहे हैं तो you go and help them with your physical labor. There was a shared distribution of labor and there was a shared distribution of resources. No one had any monopoly over कि ये जमीन मेरी है, ये जमीन. There was not a lot of that. जब distribution evolve होना शुरू हुई तो instead of these festivals या instead of बड़े लोग deciding, you got ट्रेड बिटवीन द कंट्रीज कि इस कंट्री से उस कंट्री ट्रेड जा रही है और फिर उस कंट्री से इस कंट्री पे हमारे पास ये चीज आ रही है एंड वहां से निकली आपकी मार्केट। अब लोगों को लगता है कि मार्केट जो है वो एक ऐसी चीज जो हमेशा एग्जिस्ट करती थी। दैट्स नॉट ट्रू, दैट इज नॉट ट्रू एट ऑल। फॉर मोस्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन हिस्ट्री वी डिडंट हैव मार्केट्स एंड वी वर डूइंग प्रीटी फाइन विदाउट द मार्केट। कोई हमारी नेचुरल प्रीडिस्पोजिशन नहीं थी टू हैव मार्केट्स। एंड ये जो आपके बड़े बड़े थिंकर्स हैं जिनको सब इतना रेवल करते हैं, द पायनियर्स ऑफ वेस्टर्न फिलोसफी, एरिस्टोटल एंड प्लेटो, दीज पीपल दे हेटेड द मार्केट, दे absolutely despised the market. They said the market was evil because they said the market destroyed the community. They said कि मार्केट एक ऐसी जगह है जहाँ पे ये बंदा अपनी 5 मछलियां लेके आता है, ये बंदा अपनी 8 कपड़े लेकर आता है जो उसने बनाए हुए हों, and then they haggle and then they fight. Basically, they fight, they bargain. और गोल दोनों का ये होता था कि with giving him the least and taking the maximum amount of benefit, हमारा कोई exchange हो जाए कि मुझे ज्यादा फायदा हो और उसको कम फायदा हो. That is basically what we tried to introduce. It's not a very well balanced, वो जो एडम स्मिथ कहते हैं कि the market will balance itself. It's not well balanced at all. तो है, the markets emerged. अब एक organization of labor है ये markets. एक organization of labor जो एग्जिस्ट करती थी इन द न्यूलिथिक एरा, व्हिच एग्जिस्टेड इन द ग्रीक एरा, इट एग्जिस्टेड 5 days ago in some village that you haven't heard of, जिसमें लोगों ने बोला कि okay, we will get together collectively because we are a small community, we are a self-sustained small community, we will get together और let's say 8 families, हम पहले जाएंगे और हम अली के लिए बार्न बनाएंगे और फिर हम सब मिलके हमजा के लिए बार्न बनाएंगे और फिर हम सब मिलके ज़ैनब के लिए बार्न बनाएंगे and then at the end our shared labor will result in everyone having much of the same thing. Everyone has houses, everyone has land, everyone has food and they are living pretty chill. You know, it's a pretty chill lifestyle. अगर आपके कोई mountain में गांव वगैरह रहे हैं छोटे छोटे तो you would know what I'm talking about. And this is what is called in the modern world a worker co-op, a cooperative workers association where the people, the workers are the owners of the enterprise. And the biggest example of this is the Mondragon in Spain. This has about, I think, 80,000 workers and it is collectively owned. It's a worker co-op. It was made by some priest and it's self-sustained. It's a democratic workplace. They earn what they work for. That little socialist workers co-op produces an annual revenue of 12 billion euros. And it's often referred to as the golden example of kind of a socialist country within a capitalist country. It's an amazing organization. The point is that human beings have the ability, हमारे पास वो सलाहियत है अपने organization of labor को transform करने की to a system like that. अब 2 टाइप के काम है. There are 2 ways in which human beings have work. एक तरीका was let's all get together, work on something, be collective owners in said thing. वही जो मैंने example आपको बताई थी कि let's all get together, make a house for Ali, make a house for Hamza, make a house for Zainab while we are still together like a big family. We grow our own food, we share the food, we share the resources, we share the water from the river because it has not been privatized by an evil ass company like Nestle. We drink from the water, there's plenty for everyone to go around. We consume what we produced. We whatever हमारे लेबर ने जितना प्रोड्यूस किया होता है हम वो कंज्यूम करेंगे. Now there is another way of organizing work, which is कि one part of the population does all the work and another part of the population does none of the work, but it gets all the benefits from the work of that small population. That the population that does all the work, it has a name. It's called slaves. So, two ways of organizing work. One is a worker co-op. It's a community. You might even say it's commune. It's communism. That is where it originates from. Community. It has emphasis on a shared community, on a shared ownership of the work that your labor produces. The other organization of work, where one does all the work, the other gets it, the masters and the slaves. Now, that has existed throughout society in the form of slavery and masters and slaves, in the form of kings, queens, and the serfs, and in the form of capitalism with the capitalist and the proletariat, the working class and the business owners, the enterprise owners. अब masters और slaves के अंदर slaves were the property of masters. जैसे एक चेयर, एक कुर्सी, एक दरख्त, एक piece of land, वैसे एक इंसान आपकी property होता था. If you were a master and if you were a slave, tough luck. अब ये master और slave का जो work division था वो कैसे काम करता था? वो इस तरह काम करता था कि the master said, okay, you work 3 days a week and you produce food for yourself because you need to eat. You produce clothes because you need something to wear on your body. And you produce a little shack for yourself because you need a place so you don't die from the weather. And then the rest of the 3 days, you still work, you still produce food, you still produce clothes, you still produce massive, massive buildings for me so that I can have it. And that's just the way it goes. If you don't do it, you die. It's a very simple, very straightforward transaction. The slave knew what it had to do and the master knew what it was getting. यहाँ पे note करें कि the slave is producing more than they need, is producing more than what they require for themselves. That is called a surplus. It's called profit. It is an excess of production that goes to the master who has given absolutely no labor, no nothing. It's just the way things are. What this system builds is contempt, hatred. Nietzsche used a word called resentment. Resentment with an E in it. He said this broods in the slaves, and Nietzsche की mentality कोई और नहीं थी. He was like, you should be a master and you should have slaves, but human society has evolved and we know, okay, owning people is immoral. You shouldn't own people. So fine, slavery is abolished. And then we get feudalism, zamindari, I think, उर्दू में कहेंगे. I don't really know. But basically, आपके पास lords हैं और serfs हैं. Serfs are the people who work on the land that the lord owns. जैसे अगर आपने Game of Thrones देखा हो तो उसके अंदर there is the king and then हर area के अंदर there are lords who are private individuals but they own people, they kind of own a place of land जिसके अंदर इस तरह का system था. The lord does not own the serf. So the serf is a free man. He's not a slave. लेकिन होगा ये, जो serfs हैं वो हफ्ते के 3 दिन अपने लिए काम करेंगे. वो खेती बाड़ी करेंगे, वो कपड़े बनाएंगे, बिल्डिंग्स बनाएंगे, वो चर्चेस बनाएंगे, what have you, जो उनको अपने आप को सस्टेन करने के लिए चाहिए. और फिर वो लॉर्ड की जमीन पर जाएंगे बाकी 3 दिन और लॉर्ड के लिए काम करेंगे और वो सारी क्रॉप उठा के लॉर्ड को चली जाएगी. That is the way that it was established. और जाहिर है जब इस तरह का सिस्टम होगा तो the lords would want maximum exploitation. You want maximum profit for yourself with the least amount going to the worker. तो that's what happened. 3 दिन सर्फ अपनी जमीन पे काम करता था, वो अपने लिए खाना बनाता था. 3 दिन वो अपने लॉर्ड की जमीन पे काम करता था, उसके लिए खाना बनाता था. 1 दिन उसको मिलता था चर्च के लिए, वो जाता था. He got 1 day for rest so he doesn't kill himself. And then the cycle repeated. और हर किसी को पता था कि उसको क्या करना है. अगर आप किसी सर्फ की फैमिली में पैदा हुए हो तो आप सर्फ हो, अगर आप रॉयल की फैमिली में पैदा हुए हो तो आप रॉयल हो. बट दिस वॉज एक्सट्रीमली अनइक्वल. और वही रिजेंटमेंट, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट वाली बात कि एक कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, एक हेट्रेड पैदा हो रहा है जो रिजॉल्व हुआ विद द फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन. आपके पेजेंट्स और आपके सर्फ्स उठे, उन्होंने बोला कि जिसके भी हाथ नरम है, जिसका भी दिख रहा है कि इसने एक दिन भी लेबर किया, उसका सर काट दो. There was a bloody revolution, a revolution that was dripping blood from every pore, according to Karl Marx. फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन आई, और ये रेवोल्यूशन क्या थी? कैपिटलिज्म की इमर्जेंस. दिस रेवोल्यूशन के कोई लॉर्ड नहीं होगा, कोई रॉयल्स नहीं होंगे, कोई पेजेंट्स नहीं होंगे, कोई सर्फ्स नहीं होंगे. यू विल हैव फ्रीडम, इक्वालिटी and brotherhood. You will have community. Everybody will be equal. Everybody will start at the same point. Equality of opportunity होगी सबके पास कि जिसको जो करना है वो जाके करे. This was what capitalism promised. It was equality of opportunity. And for a little bit of while it worked. But here's the catch. You remember वो surplus वाली चीज कि चाहे वो slave हो, वो benefit produce कर रहा है for the top class. जो serf है वो benefit produce कर रहा है, extra resources produce कर रहा है to directly go to the lord. This is basically theft. मेरे जो लेबर ने प्रोड्यूस किया वो किसी और को बस जा रहा है जोर पे. You didn't have a choice. कैपिटलिज्म के अंदर वो जो लॉर्ड है, वो जो मास्टर है, it has been replaced with capitalists. It has been replaced with people like Jeff Bezos, with people like Elon Musk. People जिनके बाबा और अजदाद माइंस और स्लेव्स ओन करते थे, इस वजह से इनके पास जनरेशनल वेल्थ है, जिसकी वजह से इनके पास कैपिटल है, जिसकी वजह से they are basically masters and their workers are basically slaves. It's the same thing. जब आप काम पे जाते हो, the only way that you will get hired by a boss is when you produce for the employer more value than what you are being paid as a salary. And we think this is normal. We think के ऐसे नहीं तो फिर कैसे? You graduate from a university, let's say IBA. I graduate with 600 lakhs in student loan debts, and then I go find someone who can hire me, who can do something to, with, or at me, and I will work 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. I'll brush my teeth. I will comb my hair. I will come to office. I will produce something for you. और फिर जो लेबर मेरा प्रोड्यूस करता है वो मैं छोड़ के घर चली जाऊंगी और मैं सो जाऊंगी टू पॉडकास्ट ARY डिजिटल के ड्रामास, वही किसी पिटी कहानियां, और फिर मैं उठ के मंडे को वापस आके आपके लिए स्लेवरी करूंगी. इट इज इसेंशियली स्लेवरी. इट इज द सेम सिस्टम दैट इज डिजाइन्ड टू कीप यू जस्ट सो यू कैन सर्वाइव and the rest goes to your employer. अब एडम स्मिथ जब फ्री मार्केट और कैपिटलिज्म जैसी चीजें प्रपोज कर रहा था, तो he said one thing: all you need to do is care about yourself as an individual, and the society will handle itself. The market will handle itself. Wouldn't that be amazing? अगर हर कोई selfishly अपनी ही needs को पूरी करने की कोशिश करे और market खुद ब खुद ही sustain हो जाए. एडम स्मिथ ने जब ये propose किया था, an individualistic system. All you have to do is care about yourself. Focus on the individual. A lot of people were horrified. They were like, hey, this is evil. आप ऐसा system कैसे propose कर सकते हो? You have to look at the greater good of society. Humanity, इंसानियत is supposed to look at the greater good of society. How can you possibly suggest कि हर कोई बस अपना self interest देखे? अब हमने पहले जो बात की थी of slaves and masters और एक resentment, एक hatred पैदा होना, हमने वो system abolish कर दिया. And then serfs and feudals, lords, kings, उसमें एक resentment पैदा हुई लोगों के अंदर. People felt ripped off. People felt exploited. There was a violent revolution. They pulled Marie Antoinette out of her castle and they chopped her head off. The same exact resentment and hatred you see in modern day capitalism, where the worker, you hate your boss. Every single day that you come home from work, you have this weird feeling that you've been ripped off because you have. यहाँ पे enter होता है एक नया system जो बोलता है कि देखो, हमने ये inequality को recognize कर लिया है, हम इसे change कर सकते हैं, which was socialism. Maybe if everybody did not pursue their individual interest, maybe if all of the power was not in the hands of a few capitalists, then maybe income inequality would lessen. Capitalism जिस नारे से आया था of equality and freedom and brotherhood, उस चीज को शायद हम उस गैप को शायद हम क्लोज करते हैं, शायद इक्वालिटी आ पाए, शायद इक्वालिटी ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी आ पाए, शायद maybe there can be education for all. And let me tell you one thing, Germany, जहाँ पे you have free education, higher studies की education. Let's talk about France, जहाँ पे worker rights are some of the best in the world. your company cannot fire you unless they give you a plausible job. Unless you find a new job, they have to give you 6 months. And frankly, France के अंदर for companies it's less of a burden to keep a bad employee than to fire someone. वहाँ पे worker rights इतने ज़्यादा strong है. Germany के अंदर the main governing party is a socialist party, is a leftist party. You can get free education. You can have benefits as a working class citizen. It's very wrong for me to use the word socialism because socialism doesn't mean one thing. Socialism means so many different things. Okay, socialism existed before Karl Marx was even born, by the way. Socialism जिस भी कंट्री तक पहुंचा है उस कंट्री ने अपने हिसाब से उसको इंटरप्रेट किया है और डिक्लेयर किया है कि ये सोशलिज्म है. आपका जब स्टालिन पावर में आया था, दे सीज्ड ऑल प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी. गवर्नमेंट ने तमाम प्राइवेट बिजनेसेस को खुद ओन कर लिया एंड डिक्लेयर दैट दिस इज सोशलिज्म. सोशलिज्म इज नॉट व्हेन द गवर्नमेंट डज स्टफ. सोशलिज्म इज नॉट जब गवर्नमेंट का कंट्रोल ज्यादा हो. सोशलिज्म का जो एंड गोल है हर सोशलिज्म के अंदर, चाहे वो एनार्किस्ट सोशलिज्म हो, चाहे वो कम्युनिज्म हो, हर थ्योरी आइडियोलॉजी के अंदर द गवर्नमेंट इन स्टेट डजंट एग्जिस्ट. द पीपल गवर्न देमसेल्व्स. The people are owners of their own means of production. The people are the owners of their own workplaces. The workplaces are democratic. Socialism अगर प्रॉपर आपने एस्टैब्लिश कर लिया हो तो गवर्नमेंट ऐसी चीज एग्जिस्ट ही ना करती हो, which is what people get wrong. Socialism and communism is not when the government controls stuff. What China has is not socialism or communism. What Russia has is not socialism or communism. That's state capitalism. जिस तरह when a capitalist owns factories and the workers go there, they work, और जो profit generate होता है ऊपर से वो capitalist को चला जाता है. इसी तरह a government can act as a capitalist. What is in Russia right now is state capitalism. The most modern interpretation of socialism ये कहता है कि जिस तरह मुल्क के अंदर डेमोक्रेसी होती है, हर सिटीजन के पास एक वोट होता है, उसी तरह आपकी जो वर्क प्लेस है, आपकी जो इंटरप्राइज है, उसके अंदर डेमोक्रेसी, फ्रीडम, डिसीजन मेकिंग एबिलिटी होनी चाहिए. आप अगर एक कंपनी के अंदर काम कर रहे हो तो आपका वोट होगा like all of the workers in the decision making policies, in the profit sharing, in what goes back into the company from the profit to make the company bigger. In democratic socialism, in a democratic workplace, you don't have a board of directors, a very small number of people that make 500 times the normal person. In a democratic workplace, more than one ki agar aap example le lein, the variation is like 1 to 9 or 2 to 9 or something like that. Compared to a capitalist proportion in salary of a CEO to the lowest worker is 1 to 500. That is an insane amount. It's so weird कि जब तक आप workplace से बाहर हो, आप एक free citizen हो. Your vote counts. You are in democracy. जैसे ही आप workplace के अंदर जाते हो, you are suddenly under the dictatorship of one person. और ये चीज हो सकती है अगर आप worker rights, अगर आप worker co-ops, अगर आप worker unions को state से प्रोटेक्ट करवा लो politically. अगर आप politically social parties बनाओ जो ensure करे worker rights and worker union rights and they get into power, which can happen, which is you can a socialist party, political party can democratically get into the parliament and make a evolutionary change. जो जर्मनी में हुआ, जो फ्रांस में हुआ, जो बहुत सारे यूरोपियन कंट्रीज में हुआ. That can happen and that is the solution. That is literally the solution. And that is my political philosophy in very scattered thoughts.